The effects ground level gases have on our crops. For our topic, we chose to evaluate the effects that ground level gases and air pollutants play on our ability to grow crops. We looked at the concentration of greenhouse gases as well as the ground level gases and air pollutants such as PM, which is particle matter in Fresno, California, and the way that these gases affect our crop growth and yield. With our topic, we found that there wasn't a whole lot of research done, and there was not a lot of information on how particle matters such as PM10 and PM2.5 and other ground level gases play on our ability to grow crops. Although we were able to find data from the Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA data provided the concentration of greenhouse gases and other ground level gases that we can use for our research to make predictions. And from the data, we can predict which gases we feel are affecting our crops the most and the role that these gases play in reducing our crop yield. In blue, we have ground gases, which are composed of nitrogen oxides and volatile organic compounds, which are byproducts of manufacturing plants, car emissions, and human activities. Under that, in red, we have carbon dioxide, which are composed of highly reactive gases known as oxides of nitrogen and nitrogen oxides. Nitrogen dioxide is produced mainly by power plants, vehicles, and off-road equipment. Under that, in green, we have particle matter, which is PM10 and PM2.5, are composed of mixtures of solid and liquid particles in our air, such as dirt, smoke, soot, as well as dust.
The research question that we came up with is, what effect does the increase in ground level gases and air pollutants have on our abilities to grow crops, specifically in the Fresno area? For our hypothesis, we put that with a continual increase of air particulates, ozone gases, and even greenhouse gases, we will see a decrease in our annual yield. So for our results, we expect to see lower amounts of crop yields as emission levels and ozone gases increase. The example on the left is when O3 gases enter through the stomata of the plant, the O3 gases burn the plant's tissues during respiration. This is because ozone reduces plants' ability to take in carbon dioxide, which ultimately leads to a decrease in productivity.
And on the picture of the right, we can see what it looks like when particle matter is found on plants and vegetation. And when particle matter is found on plants, it's shown to prevent the vital mechanisms needed for a plant to survive, such as respiration and photosynthesis. And particle matter does this by reducing the amount of light that gets to the plant and that is needed for photosynthesis, and also leads to an increase in the plant's temperature or leaf's temperature due to the surface color of the leaves changing. And on the bottom here, this is what cement dust looks like when it's on plants. And when cement dust is on plants, it's been shown to affect the normal actions of pesticides and even other agricultural chemicals that are applied to plants as sprays. And sometimes dust can even lead to the death of a leaf's tissue due to its toxic, thick, toxic crust that stays behind on the plant. And for our method, we decided to use EPA, or Environmental Protection Agency. And from their statistical data, we're able to look at their measurements for carbon dioxide levels, nitrogen dioxide levels, and also the PM10 and the PM2.5 levels, which we're able to look at the 98th percentile, or the highest concentration of PM2.5 in the air for that year. And from that, we're actually able to compare the rainfall in the PM2.5, and we're able to see a correlation that as rainfall increases, we actually see a decrease in the PM2.5. And as rainfall decreases, we can see an increase in PM2.5. And using the data from California Water Institute, which provided us the annual crop yield data between the years of 2014 and 2017, we're able to see that there's a correlation between the high pollution levels and the decrease in our annual crop yield data. And we're able to find some more research showing that high concentration of ozone gases were associated with times of drought. And these are our references that we use to get our information. And thank you for viewing our presentation.